Hello and welcome here on the exhibition in Dortmund and the shrimp contest. My name is Carsten Logemann and we are staying here with Chris Lukhaup at our booth. And as I know, we have a brand new food from Chris Lukhaup. It's a crayfish food. And I would like to ask Chris some things about the food, what is special, where it comes from. So Chris, how are you doing?
Hello everybody, good morning. My voice is a little bit pucked up. I cannot say that very loud because I was talking too much here on the fair, but otherwise I slept 7 hours, so I'm quite good.
Okay. Yeah, you bring out your new crayfish food. Everybody knows you as a crayfish fan and crayfish profi.
Crayfish is my first love, let's say it that way, because I started with crayfish in the 90s, early 90s, with the blue electric crayfish, Procamparus aleni, and I traveled the world. I collected 500 species myself, so I have a good experience with crayfish. I've written a lot of crayfish books, I did a lot of posters, a lot of expeditions, so I think I know a little bit something about crayfish.
And what are your favorite location you have been hunting crayfish?
Well, my favorite location is Papua New Guinea, because there's still new species that I can find, that I can go for. I described several species from there, so I would like to return there very soon, maybe in December.
Okay, but you're doing this for a long time, I think more than 15 years, something?
So around 20 years now, yes.
Okay, and why it took so long to make your own crayfish food?
Well, because we worked 20 years in this and now it's a very good product, so you should think about that. It took us a long time to develop something really good, and that is the reason, in fact. Okay. It always takes a long time to make something really good.
Okay. As we know, there are some other kind of crayfish food in the market. Can you explain the difference? What I mean, you know, where the crayfish come from, what they eat, and everything like this.
Yes, that's true. I mean, if I look at other companies, to be honest, I like them, but they are not crayfish specialists. They don't know what crayfish eat. In fact, they think they know, but it's not the case. Look, we have, for example, this is the crayfish junior, and young crayfish don't eat the same like adult crayfish. In fact, it's the opposite. If you see what is in the stomach of juvenile crayfish, it's like other crustaceans, it's worms, everything high protein, right? Because they need really good stuff to grow. And if you look at the crayfish stomach of an adult big crayfish, you just find 80% detritus, leaves, and just 20% worms or other crustaceans. So it's just the opposite, and that's why you need, if you want to breed crayfish or you want to grow crayfish, you need two different kinds of foods, and you don't have to wonder if the crayfish don't molt well or if you feed them the wrong food.
Okay. So the young crayfish needs more animal protein,
yes,
and everything like this.
Yes.
And why they take this only in the beginning? Because they need to grow that fast?
Well, they are molting much faster. If you look at a juvenile crayfish, how many times he molt in 1 year? It can be up to 6 times, 5-6 times. How long an adult crayfish take to molt? Sometimes he molt 1 time in a year. So it's a different process. Very big difference.
And what age the change? I mean, the customer who want to keep crayfish.
I would say it's of course it's a constant change. You don't have a point where you can say it changes now. But if it's semi-adult, you can change from juvenile and maybe mix those two. You try the period in between to give them both foods, and then when you see he goes to adult, you should change to the adult food. This is what I would recommend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this sounds very good and interesting. So I think we learn a little bit about this food.
And you are the distributor for this food in Europe.
Yeah.
I have my friend Jeffrey from Hong Kong. He is doing Asia, the Asian market, but you are in charge of Europe.
Okay, of course. That's cool. So guys, you can buy this in our shop, GarnelenHaus.de, or if you have you any other retailers in overseas?
Not yet, we just started. So for me, Jeffrey in Hong Kong is the guy to talk to in Asia, and you are the guy to talk to in Europe or Middle East or wherever. I mean,
so if you like to get this product, just visit our shop, garnelenhaus.de or .com, of course, in English. And when did it start the selling? From now on?
Up to you.
Yeah, it's up to when we will deliver. Of course. So very soon. Enjoy your crayfish.